Hello everybody, welcome back to Throttle Grotto. This week I'm at the Overcrest Rally in Chalice, Idaho. We're going to be doing a lot of driving over the next couple of days. I've already done a lot of driving just to get here. It was 380 miles in the Datsun today. I'll tell you more about it up next. Alright everybody, so wow, a long day. Lewiston, Idaho to Chalice, Idaho today in the Datsun. The thing ran awesome, aside from some carb issues with elevation and stuff like that. But man, this car drove like a champ all day. But this is by far not the coolest car here. There is a ton of cars here, and so I'll show you guys what's here at the Overcrest Rally, and then we'll get to driving tomorrow morning. Tonight we're just going to lay low and have some fun here at the Why Not Cafe. I think it's called the Why Not. It's Why Something Cafe. But yeah, check out some of the cool rides here. Like a whole gaggle of Porsches and a Datsun. To leave this morning, if you want to hang out a little bit and get some coffee, kind of spread out people as they leave, that'd be great. Cool thing about Overcrest Rally is that it's kind of a choose your own adventure thing. We're using the app called Rallista, and it gave us a route to go on, and we decided just to kind of do our own thing and go a different way than we'd driven the previous day to get to the rally. So we ended up here about an hour and a half of driving down a gravel road with the Datsun, and what an amazing place to have lunch. We got about 4 hours or so until dinner, so we're going to do some more exploring and check out some stuff in this area, and then make our way up to the lodge where everybody's meeting for dinner. So let's go. All right, so as you can tell, I am out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. It is dead quiet out here with the exception of the sound of the wind. We drove in way over over there where those trees are, and made our way down this dirt road. And now we are here in this reservoir, and it is amazing. It would be a beautiful sight if all the smoke from the fires wasn't here. What an amazing view and trip this has been for this old Datsun so far. It's held up surprisingly well, except for the rock that just tumbled underneath the car about 5 minutes ago. I need to give that thing a quick look under. But other than that, we're having a great time here on Overcrest Rally. Our next stop tonight is the Warm Lake Lodge, where we'll be having a catered dinner and some drinks and hanging out with our rally friends. So that's our next stop. All right, everybody. So unfortunately, I don't have much video from the day. Some epic drives here today. Some really some sketchy stuff in the Datsun. Some of the other cars probably handled it pretty good, but some of the gravel sections were right at the limit of what the Datsun was capable of doing. I did almost overheat once. So we stopped and let it cool off. Fortunately, it was at the top of a hill, so we were able to just engine brake the rest of the way down. It cooled down pretty quick. But people are starting to roll in, and we're going to grab some dinner and then back at it again tomorrow. So until then. All right, everybody. Day 2 of Overcrest Rally is underway. We took a similar route that we took on the way down, but then we got off on the switchback section here. The road up to this point was pretty incredible. An amazing banked corner, no guardrail drive that was. The Datsun is still working great. I've got the hood up right now because it got a little hot coming up here, so we kind of had to back off coming up these switchbacks. My passenger wasn't really comfortable going fast up the hill either, so it worked out really well that the Datsun didn't feel good about it either. We came up to the top of the hill here where Nokian, who's one of the sponsors of the rally, has a little tent and some refreshments, so we're kind of hanging out here. And tonight we'll be in Grangeville, and we'll be at the film festival, which will be at the drive-in, and that should be a lot of good times. Reconnect with everyone from the rally, exchange stories and all that stuff. So if you're thinking about doing a rally like this, I highly encourage it. The Datsun, aside from the overheating issue, has been incredible. Man, it's been would have been nice to have a convertible top for some of this, but man, it's been a great car, and literally I beat the piss out of it yesterday. So but I'm gonna hang out a little bit here and then do some more driving. I'll get some more footage of some of the roads, and yeah, catch up with you guys tonight at the drive-in. So one casualty of the trip, and that was one of my bolts that I used for one of my exhaust hangers came off. We actually heard it bouncing around underneath the car. Drove for a while, decided to pull over here in Elk City, Idaho, which is the middle of nowhere. There's not even a gas station. So pulled over here. We are at the, I guess, at the furthest point away from Grangeville for our return trip. We kind of came up from Donnelly, did a trip to Grangeville with the Curvies, headed east to Elk City. Now we're in Elk City. Now it's our trip back to Grangeville, which is the end of our rally. So I'm a little sad that the rally's over, but also it's nice to see that the Datsun's going to make it all the way to the finish. If you have a chance to get out and do a rally like this Overcrest Rally, it's pretty neat. Take the time and do the drive, and it's especially nice because it's already curated for you. Someone's already figured out the route and the stops and the places to stay and all that kind of stuff. Get out there and take your car and do a drive and have fun, and yeah.
So literally, I booked a hotel right in Jackson Lodge, and she like literally like right there.
All right, everybody, so I am here with Jake from Overcrest Productions, and we are here at the end of the Overcrest Rally 2022.
That's right.
It's been an amazing event.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a ton of fun to get together and see everyone come out for something so cool like this.
Yeah. So now that the rally's over, like, what'd you feel about the overall vibe? How did you feel like the whole event went?
I think it went really well. It's funny, we did our first national level event in Utah last year, and kind of the magic of just seeing everyone come from all over the country to converge and sharing this experience of exploring new roads and getting out there and driving and making friends with each other. I feel like that same magic kind of happened again, and so it's really cool to see everyone come together, and the roads were absolutely amazing. I know everyone had a great time.
Definitely.
But it's more, I like seeing people get together and make friends. And look behind us in the distance here. You can see people these are new friends people are making. A lot of times they're good friends for life. So yeah, it's really cool to see that. I think it was a great event.
Awesome. And then, did you have like a favorite moment from the rally?
I did. So this year being in Idaho has a lot of natural hot springs. And so a lot of these routes, they winded along the rivers and all these valleys and picturesque with elevation changes. And I was able to kind of sneak off and hit up some of the hot springs at one point.
Nice.
So that was really cool, just kind of taking in the local atmosphere. That and Whitebird Grade. Did you get to do Whitebird Grade? The switchbacks?
Yep, Whitebird Grade was pretty ridiculous.
That was awesome. So those two were my highlights.
Okay. And then
and I'm excited for this. Our film festival is kind of how we're capping off the event. So it's really cool.
Yeah. And then what would you have to say to someone who's considering applying for the rally next year? Because you're not guaranteed to get in.
Well, and that's true. So we have people apply to the rally for a couple reasons. We try to make this event very approachable. What we don't want is kind of the pretentious flex culture that some car events bring out. So everyone here, when you're rubbing shoulders with these guys, everyone's usually very friendly, approachable, and that's kind of what makes the event. If you have people that don't necessarily share that ethos and that vibe, then it's not as special. So I think if you're interested in getting out and driving your car, one of our new taglines this year is "Proud Concourse Loser," right? Because you're not sitting here, wiping your car down with a towel and sitting out on a grass lawn. We're out there driving, and for us, that's what it's all about: is experiencing that, making new memories, and sharing that with others. So I would tell you that if that is what you're interested in, then absolutely check us out next year, overcrestproductions.com, and hope to see you there.
Awesome. Thanks, Jake.
Yep.
All right, everyone, this is officially the end of the Overcrest Rally 2022. So thank you so much to Overcrest and all of the sponsors that helped make this happen, and all the people on the drive. Had a great time chatting with a lot of you, and some of you I would have liked to chat with but just didn't get to connect with. So that just means I'm going to have to do another rally at some point. So that's all from Throttle Grotto for this time, and as always, until next time, get out there and work on something.